The courtroom went silent when she said it. After detailing nights of violence, manipulation, and Diddy's ex-girlfriend looked up and said, "He was my baby. I still love him." That statement stunned everyone, because just moments before, she had described being kicked, punched, and forced into disturbing acts by the very man she still claimed to care for. Under the alias Jane to protect her identity, the woman took the stand in Sean Diddy Combs' federal trafficking trial. Her voice shook as she recalled being dragged across the floor, beaten and coerced into she didn't want. But what shocked people most wasn't just the allegations, it was the emotion behind her words. When the defense lawyer asked if she still loved Diddy, Jane paused and said, "I do." Her confession didn't weaken her story. It raised deeper questions. What kind of power does someone have over you, that even after violence you still think of them as your baby? Section 2. Inside the Hotel Nights. Jane described what she and Diddy called hotel nights, drug-fueled evenings where she would be asked to have sex with male entertainers while Diddy watched. In the early days, she said she agreed, but over time, the dynamic twisted into something much darker. Her choices stopped being hers. She recalled one night where, after a violent altercation, Diddy told her to perform a on another man, despite her saying she didn't want to. It wasn't just a relationship. It became something that blurred the lines between love, control, and fear. Prosecutors allege that Diddy didn't just use his influence. He used threats to maintain control. Jane said that when she asked to stop the hotel nights, Diddy refused and threatened to cut her off financially. He allegedly told her that if she didn't do what he wanted, he'd stop paying her rent. To the world, Diddy was a mogul. But behind closed doors, Jane says he was someone who used power not just to build empires, but to break people. In a quieter moment during testimony, Jane said she tried to understand what was driving Diddy's behavior. She admitted to researching terms like cuck and cuckold, trying to wrap her head around why he needed to watch her with other men. It wasn't just, she said. It was like he needed to see control play out in real time. These weren't just nights of pleasure. They were rehearsals of dominance. And Jane was stuck in the middle of them. Diddy's defense team isn't denying the encounters happened. They're trying to prove they were consensual. Their strategy? Show that Jane was not a victim, but a participant. That she knew what she was doing and wanted to be part of his world. And her admission of love? The defense says it proves their point. But prosecutors argue it's more complicated than that. They say love doesn't cancel out trauma, and that emotional manipulation is part of the abuse. Diddy could face life in prison if convicted. But no matter what happens in court, the testimony has already shaken the public's perception. Jane's story is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle, one that's forcing fans to question what really went on behind the glitz and glamour. Because if love can survive abuse, maybe we've misunderstood what love looks like in the shadows of power. And as this trial continues, one thing is clear. The truth isn't just complicated, it's explosive.